Hi guys, Mr. Rufflewaffles here. No nonsense, void bow upgrade guide. Let's go. Just as I say in the start of all my other bow guides, you need the original Wrath of the Ancients non-upgraded bow to do this. If you haven't got it in your game, feed the 3 dragon heads around the map and then pick it up from behind the knight's tomb. Come to this area next to double tap. There is a symbol on the ceiling that you need to shoot with your unupgraded bow. This will cause the ceiling to break, and out of the hole will drop a purple glowing arrowhead which you need to pick up. Once you've picked it up, come to this room above Mule Kick. There will be a purple glowing panel in the center of the room on the floor. What you need to do is knife a zombie over this panel. You do not need to do it with a Bowie knife, although a Bowie knife is no bad idea. It will make your life a lot easier. Just kill a zombie by knifing it over this panel. This will cause the floor to break, and you'll see an urn inside. Hold square on the urn and it will fly into the air. Then you'll get a quote.
Return that which is scattered.
Do not try to trick me. That would be unwise.
That which was scattered happens to be 6 heads around the map. They're little alien heads, and you're going to go and hold square on all of them. I'm going to show you the locations now. The first can be found on a windowsill outside the church. Go up these stairs, and just before you go into the church, you should see it on your right. Another can be found up this slope from spawn here, so you're looking for the double tap machine, and it's going to be to your right on a broken ledge. There's another location in the Mule Kick room itself. This one is quite difficult to spot. Go right up to this wall here, and if you look through the broken part of the wall, you will see the head behind it. Next, we have one in Samantha's toy box, so come across the bridge to Samantha's house or go via the power room and you should see it in there just fine. There's also one in the teleporter room. If you're facing the teleporter, it's on your right and it's in a sink or a basin if you prefer to call it that. And then finally, you're going to need to teleport because the last one is in the back of a truck to the left of the rocket launch pad. So as you come out of the building, go to your left and it's on the back of that truck. When you have held square to activate all of those 6 heads, you need to come back to the room above Mule Kick and you'll receive another quote.
The broken souls must be sacrificed in my honor.
This means you need to bring 6 crawlers into this room. This will let the heads start feasting on the crawlers or something along those lines, and you'll be ready to keep going. While my gameplay plays, I'm going to tell you something about the next step. What's going to happen is the urn will say 3 words to you. For example, crown, stag, door. A lot of people have been saying that if you miss those 3 words when he first says it, you're in for a bad time and you've got to restart your game. This is absolutely not the case. You are okay. All you need to do to get the urn to repeat itself is to shoot it with the bow. So you've got the Wrath of the Ancients already. Shoot it at the urn, and the urn will happily repeat itself.
I cannot kill this daughter so easily.
Stag. Door. They know my name. Gather and inscribe it.
Once you have those 3 words and you've got them memorized and you know exactly what the urn said, you need to come to the room adjacent to the power switch room, and inside you'll find 6 knights. Each of these knights has a symbol on the base on which it stands. You need to match your symbols, so that could be heart, stag, griffin, or something like that, to the knights that have those same symbols. Go over to the knight that has the correct symbol on its base, hold square, and it will provide you with a new symbol that you need to remember. As you can see here, I've made an image to try and make this a little easier in case anyone is confused. On the left side, you can see all 6 possible words that the urn could give you. You'll get 3 of these and they can be in any order. Their associated pictures are the symbols you will see on the bottom of the knight statues. So if you've got horn, griffin, stag, then you need to go to the knights that have the corresponding images, just like I've shown you here, on their bases. When you hold square on each knight, it will give you a symbol. What I have done is I've shown you all of the possible symbols, and these randomize each game. So in one game, horn might give you ribbon, and in the next game, horn might give you claw, so you need to check this each time you upgrade the bow. So, what's the point in all of this? Well, now that you're on this step, zombies have a chance to drop one of the 6 purple symbols. They disappear fairly quickly after they drop, so be very aware of all of the zombies that you are killing, and if you see a purple drop, go over to it and grab it straight away. Focus on picking the drops up no matter what, and what you're doing here is gathering the symbols just like the urn told you to in its previous quote. The reason you need the symbols is that you're going to inscribe the name of the urn in the floor in the room above Mulekick. This means that you only actually need to collect the symbols that are part of the urn's name. You do not need to collect all 6 necessarily before you finish the upgrade process, because as soon as you have collected the 3 symbols that correspond to your urn's name, you're all set to finish things off. When you've collected the 3 symbols that correspond to your urn's name, you need to come back to the Mulekick room. You'll notice that if you've collected a symbol, it will be filled in on the floor. You can see that here. If you haven't collected a symbol, it will be hollow on the floor. So obviously collecting the symbols means they become filled in, and you need your 3 to be filled in before you can do what I'm about to describe. In the order that the urn originally told you, using your bow, shoot the symbols that make up its name. So for example, let's say previously the urn said crown, stag, door. And in my game, when I activated the knights to check what the symbols referred to, crown gave me claw, stag gave me arms, and door gave me tears. Then I would input the order just like I've done in the gameplay here. I would make sure to do it in the correct order, so if he said crown, stag, door, I'd have to input the corresponding symbols in that very same order, and if done correctly, you'll hear a quote. The urn says, "That is my name," and you know you've completed the step. Before we get to the final part of this, I want to show you what happens if you get the order wrong, because it's very easy to get accidentally muddled up here, and so I want to show you what happens if you're incorrect. So, in my game, the order that I'm showing you now was incorrect. The urn told me to inscribe different symbols, and I didn't listen, and so I got it wrong. This is what happens.
Is not my name.
Simple mistake. Nickel I can fix.
So that means that it's really not that bad. If you mess up, you can just try again afterwards, as long as you get out of that room in time and don't get eaten alive by flying alien heads. Okay, continuing from getting it right. Head back to the urn room, hold square on the beam of light that you can see, arrows will formulate, pick them up, and then bring them downstairs to the Undercroft. Just like the other bows, there is a box that corresponds to your bow, and yours has skulls on it. Place your arrow on the box, and then it is a case of killing zombies near the box to charge the box with zombie souls. It's worth noting that only you can charge your box with zombie souls. Another player in your game cannot do it for you. Make sure the zombies are close to the box. Their souls should float straight in. Once you're done, it will stop absorbing souls and give you a sound prompt. Then all you've got to do is place your regular bow into the box itself. It will absorb it momentarily and then spit out the upgraded bow for you to pick up. Congratulations, you've successfully upgraded the Void Bow. If you want to upgrade the other bows now, there are guides on my channel. They're very easy to follow. I highly recommend you give them a watch. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I have been Mr. Rufflewaffles. This has been a no-nonsense, facts-only, easy purple bow upgrade guide. Fingers crossed you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
The swarm swarms! drives them to shred each and every helping!